A man was digging a grave in the cemetery for a young woman, and what he discovered shocked the entire country. After his wife's death, Andrew often visited the cemetery. Eventually, he decided to work there, helping elderly people and occasionally earning money from wealthy clients. One day, as usual, he was looking for a new burial site when a heavy-set man with an irritated expression approached him, pointed to a spot, and shouted, "Dig!" Then he handed him money. Andrew dug the grave and waited for the deceased to arrive. When the vehicle pulled up, the driver casually mentioned that the woman's husband, whose wife had just died that day, had not ordered an autopsy to determine the cause of death. Andrew found that odd, but chose not to interfere. No one attended the funeral except her husband and 3 of his friends. After they lowered the casket into the grave, they left, leaving Andrew alone with it to finish his job. Something about the whole situation felt strange, so he decided to take a look at the deceased. When he opened the lid of the coffin, he was surprised to see a cell phone lying next to the woman. He figured that people were sometimes buried with valuables, so maybe a phone wasn't unusual. But when he looked at her closely, he noticed that she didn't look like most of the dead, just extremely pale. At that moment, the phone rang. Andrew picked it up. It was her daughter calling, screaming, "Mom, where are you?" And what happened next? If you want to know the rest, comment Cemetery Part 2.